1 second. So let me open this upload one. So we can upload video, audio, anything. You can make a TikTok like app if you want. So for that you need video upload also. So whatever you want, you can upload it here. Let's take it image for now, but we can upload anything. Okay. So let me go. And so when I upload, right now it will upload in the upload folder. And for that particular user, and we'll see request.file, the information about the file. But we should also send the user the URL which user can use to access that file, because uploading will make no sense if user cannot take use of that file. So now once the upload part is done, when I do upload, it uploads on the server. So now when a user upload the file on the server, we need to show him the path where he can download it. So that's what we're going it now. So first thing is, if let's see what request.file is coming and what error is coming. Let's check that one first. Okay, so I will go here and I'll say what I have to say. Let's see in the package.json node npm run dev. Okay, let's see. Okay, npm run dev, and I will upload this file, send it. So I see done here, and here I will see the information about the file. What is the field name? It's a file. What is the original name? What user is uploaded it? What is the MIME type? That is image JPEG. Destination is uploaded in the uploads folder under okay, so this is the destination. This is the file name. So you see that we are manipulating the file to different name with its set upload. So we are manipulating it to date now, which is this date now. Then we do some random thing. So this is the random number. And then we put underscore and put original file name. So this is the original file name. So we manipulate the file to this name. So this is the file name which user has to download it. We can only save also file.original name. Then if user will try to do it again, he will overwrite the previous file. But if we don't want overwrite of the previous file, then we will put some date and random number so that every file which user will upload is a unique file. Okay, so that's how we name it. So this is the file name, and this is the exact path in the uploads folder under user 2. This is the file URL which we have saved it. This is the size of the file. We can restrict the size if we want, but for now we will not restrict because we want user to upload as much as he wants it. So let's try to write some code here so that we can give the information to the user that where the file is uploaded. Okay, so first thing which we will see whether the error is there or not. If error is there, we will respond it different way. But if there is no error, then we will respond it differently. So first error we will check is if someone has not uploaded any file, so request.file will be undefined. So I will say if not request.file, then I will send some message to the user that file is not uploaded. So if file is not uploaded, I will say request response.send. Here I will give some message that success equal to false and error is please select a file to upload. Okay, so we will give this message to the user if he has not sent any file, and here I will return it. I don't want it to go further if user has not uploaded the file. or we can return directly this one, so it will not go further. Both are okay. And then I will check else if we get this error. So I will say else if error is there, and I will also check. If we go to MATLAB, that documentation of multer. You see, if error is instance of multer error, then we show some error, and if it is normal error, then we show some error. So I will take this information now, and I will put it there. So else if error is an instance of multer error, then I will return with res.send success equal to false, and I will just send error. So whatever error is there, I will pass it to the front end. Sorry. Same thing with if normal error is there, then also I'll return with the same thing. So I can also merge these two statements if error is instance of the multer error, or we have anything in the error, then I will use this common statement. So either file is not there, I will return, or if file is there but there is some error, then I return this message. That's what this is going to do it here. Okay, so I will put here error return if there is error. Okay, so now we will, if there is no error, then we have to show the user that what is the path. Okay, so what is the path? So few minutes back we have seen what things we are getting. So we are getting this destination. So this destination is important to send it to the user, but here you have /upload. But when user will go in the URL, he will not put /uploads. He will just put /upload/user, and before that there will be host name. So we need to replace this part with the /upload. So how we will do that? I will say destination is equal to request.file.destination. That is this destination. Now I want to replace this /upload. So I will say .replace. What I have to replace? ./upload with /uploads, because I don't want dot in the URL, because when I will give the URL to the user, it will be /upload /user2 and the file name. That's how I'm trying to achieve here. Okay, now I will create the URL, which will be the user will try to access it. So for the URL, we will see how to construct the URL. That is the task now. So generally, if you are using the one second. Okay. So now what I will do, I want to construct the URL. If it is local, the URL is start with HTTP, but if it's on the server, then it may be HTTPS or HTTP. So depending on your thing, you can create whether you want it HTTP or HTTPS. So generally, I will create something here. So I will say, okay, I will say like this one. Let protocol is equal to HTTP. So this is my HTTP, and if you feel that your server is HTTPS, then You have to say like this: if process dot environment dot node env is equal to production. If if your URL is production, then and you know that your production URL is HTTPS, then you can use HTTPS like this, and then you can use this protocol here. So I will say I will use a backtick, and first I will put protocol $protocol. So if it is local, you will use HTTP, but if it is production, and then you have to check whether you have HTTPS or HTTP. If you have HTTP in the production also, then no need to write down this statement. You can use HTTP directly. But if you know your production is HTTPS, then you can use this protocol. Okay, so I will start with the protocol. Okay, then after protocol, I will put :// Here I have to put the host name. So generally host name comes in the request file. So I'll say .request.headers .hostname. So we can also check what headers is coming. So let's try to print that headers also. So we can see what headers are coming. In that, one of the header is host name. So let's try to see this URL also. This URL is not yet completed, but I want to see what's happening in this URL. What is the URL coming here? So let's see what happens now. Okay, let's run that file again. So we have, this is the request, and in the header you will see we have the host name, which is the localhost port 8080, and user agent content type is not needed. This is okay. So we are getting host name in the headers, which I have put it here. And right now URL is HTTP localhost 8080 port. So after this 8080 port, I want to put uploads, because it is uploaded in the uploads folder, and the user one. And these two are in the destination one. So I have to append it with destination. Okay, so what is the destination? Destination is this one. So I will say after host, I will say dollar destination. Destination will be uploads user 2 or user 1. And after destination, we need to put a file name. Okay, so file name is, we have seen it's in the request dot file name. So I will say request dot file name. So this will be my URL, which I will send it to the user. Let's see how it looks before I send it to the user. So you will see this is the URL. Uploads user 2 and the file name. So let's send it here. Success equal to true. URL equal to URL. So whatever URL is this, it will go here. We don't need to say URL : URL, because we know that URL is. Okay, so let's remove this console thing. We don't need it. Okay, now we will see it again. Send it. So if I send it now, you will see I get the URL here only. But this URL will still not work. If I go to this URL, it will still not work. Okay, and we will fix this part now in a minute before. Okay, I will give you now a few minutes, 2 minutes to finish this one, but let me finish it first and then I will do. Also, I also want user to get all this information. So I want to send all this information to the user. Okay, so let's add it here. Request file. So it will take all this information and send it to the user. Let's check this part and then you can write down. So you will see field name, original name, encoding, destination, file name, and this is the path. Okay, this is the URL which user can save it in the database. So once user will get this information, he will take this URL and put it in the database, and from database he can show the image to other users. That's how we are going to do it. But right now we're not saving it in database. We'll just return it so that user can use it any way he wants. Okay, so I will give you 2 minutes to finish this. So from here, I don't tell here 2 minutes in 2 minutes. Is it done or it's taking time? Okay, so this one is regarding the single file upload. We are passing the user ID, but when we go to real world, I don't want anyone to pass my user ID and upload file in my directory. So we will also pass, if we are using pass server, then we have the session ID also. So I can pass the session ID, and then I can check whether this user has this session ID, which I will not do now, but that is how I will do in the production side. So I'm just letting you know that for security reason, if I want that this user should upload only in his file and no other user can do it, so we also have to pass the session ID so that we can match which user has uploaded the file. But we'll not do that now. Okay, so this is about the single file upload. Now we will see multiple file uploads. If user is trying to upload multiple files, how to handle that one. So we can allow user to upload multiple ones. So here I will create multiple. Okay, so we will do some changes in the multiple now. So this part is same. Let's remove the console. I don't need console. So regarding the storage is same, but here instead of single file, I will say array. That means multiple files are allowed. And in the first parameter, I will give the name of the one, that is file is same. And as in the second parameter, how many files you want it in the per request. So you can put 10, 15, anything. Or if you want a lot of files should be allowed. So let's put 1000 just for our sake. But user will generally upload 4, 5, 10. You can restrict to that also how many numbers you want. But we will, let's say, put 1000 so that n number of files can be uploaded. Okay, then what we will do, then we'll call this upload one. After upload one, okay, after upload one, we will put all this error kind of thing. What we have, it is same, errors are same. So this destination, I will keep it for now. I will keep it here like this, but I will try to change it in a bit. So after this, I will create one array where I will save all my results. So I will just say constant result equal to an empty array. So previously in the single one, it was single file. That's how we were directly using this. But in this case, there will be a lot of files coming. So we need array to capture that information. And all the files which will be uploaded, it will be uploaded in the request.files variable. So I will just say constant files equal to request.files. Previously it was single file, so it was coming as request.file. But now it is multiple, so it will come as a request.files. We will confirm this by printing this one. So let's print this request.files. What files are coming? We'll see in a minute how the request.files are coming. Okay, so before we go down, I will just send rest.send done equal to true. So I will not do much now. First I will see what request.files are coming, then I will try to manipulate it. So let's try this one now. So instead of single, I will use multiple now. And multiple, I will add one more file. This time we'll add video. So one is JPEG, one is the video. I will send it. Okay. So it's giving me problem. Request dot. Okay, here we have to say request dot files. Okay, now we will see this files is coming as an array, and we have previously we were getting only this part. because it was only single file. Now we are getting the array of same thing. So we will do same thing, but with the array. So we will go through inside each one and we will put it in the result one, and result will be sent to the user. So let's go through it. So what we will do, I will use the for loop. Let file of files. So we can use let file of files. And then what I will do, I will create the URL as we were doing previously. So let's create this URL. Okay, so here let's use the destination also as we did previously. So instead of request.file, I will use this file. So file.destination, I will replace this one. Here also, this host is fine, destination is fine. Only thing file name, I will say file.filename, because each of this will be now, since we are looping the array, so each one will be inside this file variable. So I can create URL like this. And then what I will do, I will say result.push, and I will put an object. Object will be nothing but similar to what we have. So we need URL and request.file. So I will say in the result.push, I will say URL and file, this file. Okay, so we are putting each file, we are putting URL also, and we are putting all the file information as previously we were doing it. It is same, but here for each file we have to put it separately. So I created one array and I'm putting inside this array. Okay, now after this I will say this.send success equal to true, and I will say result. So I will pass the result back to the user. Okay, so this is, let's check what happens now. One second, let me check this one. So previously, okay, user ID is used only here in the storage. We have seen in the storage we are using the user ID, but here is not needed. So I will delete this user ID part from here also, because we already use it in the storage. It's not used here. Okay. So this is a change only. We are looping through the files and putting each URL as a separate object in this array, and we're pushing in this array. This is the final result. Let's check this one. So we are getting success equal to true, and the result is first URL and this second URL. And the first URL also, right now you cannot access it, but we will fix it so that we can access it. So let's put it this one. Okay, right now we can access it, but we'll change something in the code so that we can access it. So before we do that, just put the multiple, copy it from the single, only change part is here, this part. Just change this part to support the multiple files. You have 2 minutes to do it. Okay, so we have completed the single file upload, we have completed the multiple file upload. Now we will see how to access the URL in the browser, because right now we are not able to access this URL in the browser. So let's try to change the code so that we can access the URL in the browser. So for that, I will go to index.js file and I will write one line of the code here so that we can access the URL in the uploads folder. Okay, so what is the statement we have to write? So so generally whatever folder you want to make use of, you can write down like this, app.use, and you have to tell which folder you want to access. So here you have to tell what will be the user will be trying to put in the URL. So maybe I will say uploads because I want uploads folder to be accessible. You can name it anything, but since we want uploads folder, we want to match it. Otherwise, there will be some misunderstanding between the file name. But you can rename it to anything, though it will go to upload folder, but you can rename it to anything. Then you have to create the static folder like this, express.static. So inside express.static, we will give the upload folder path. And how to give that folder path? We need to import path module in the Node.js. So I will say constant path equal to require path. So here this is a path module, inbuilt module of the Node.js. I have to use this path module, and I will use this path module here in this static. So what I will say, path.join. So whatever path we have to join. And inside that join, I have to give the directory name, dir name, and the folder which I want to join. So which folder I want to join? Uploads folder. And that's it. So what we are doing, we are creating the static folder so that user can access that folder. And this folder can be accessed with the /uploads. And the real folder path is uploads. And we can say path.join with the directory name. Directory name is nothing but the node 2002. And inside that, we are going to the uploads folder. So when I write this statement, this means this upload folder will be now available to the user to access it. So any file inside upload folder, user can access it. Now if I take this file here, this one, whatever I was getting error initially, now I will take this file and I'll refresh this page so I can see the image. Okay, so that's how we can do it. Let's try to send some other file and see it. So let's try to use this file and delete this part. Let's delete this one and send it. And we will take this file now. So we are getting this file. So previously I was not able to access the upload folder. Now with the line, this line of statement, I can access this as a static path, a static folder. That means anything inside it can be accessed through the browser. So just add this in the index.js file in 1 minute. Okay. So we completed the upload today, and this upload on the Node.js part is completed, and we can write some code in the React also to upload the file to the Node.js, but that part we not take now. We will take it sometime in the future. Next time in the Node, we will do the database connection so that we can build an API where user can insert the data and get the data back from the Node.js server. That part we'll do uh, next Saturday. Also, I'll for today. That's all for today. So, any questions?